Anti-immigrant sentiments are getting louder in the West. For us Nigerians, it's no longer background noise. I shared my own experience I had in a small Canadian town recently. And that's why this question hits so hard. Will immigrants keep chasing the abroad dream or start looking elsewhere and home for real opportunities? Thanks to Serah Donald for bringing that question up. The truth is, life abroad still gives you some things that you can't get back home yet. I said yet because one day it will happen. Nigeria will get it right. For instance, 247 light. In Nigeria, you have to live in some highbrow estate or have solar or numerous backups for your power needs. That's the only way you can enjoy 247 light. But abroad, you don't even need to live in such places or have such things to enjoy the light. Someone may say because of common light, you are taking insult from other countries. But remember, it goes beyond that. Hospitals rely on light to be efficient. Abroad, you almost take electricity for granted. Back home, it's a privilege you fight to secure. When you don't have to think of NEPA or solar, but you are sure that when you turn your light on, it will come on. Number 2, the justice system works abroad. Whether you are rich or poor, you get justice. You wouldn't need VDM or Berekete to help you fight for justice. When you go to the court, they will listen to you. 3, the medical systems are incomparable. Nigeria now, sometimes you have to go to India for treatment. But if you live in a place like Canada, no matter the kind of sickness you have, you will be treated and you won't have to go into medical bankruptcy. The standard of education abroad, even for public schools, is different than we have in Nigeria. People pay millions of naira to attend British and American international schools back in Nigeria. But if you're abroad, those are the kind of schools your children will attend, even if they are public schools. But no matter how well you do or how sweet the life abroad is, you still feel the weight of you don't belong here. Abroad gives you stability. But stability without belonging, is that really stability or just another kind of emptiness? At the time of making this video, I asked Nigerians abroad in a community poll, is the abroad dream still worth it? As of now, 80% picked, yes, I'm still staying. Only 20% picked, it depends, and nobody picked that they are leaving yet. I know that may change as the poll goes on, and if you haven't voted yet, please go and vote. Let's hear your own voice too. But the results of that poll tells me something. People see the hostility, but they still believe that abroad offers more than home right now. Back home, you don't stick out like a sore thumb. You blend in, you get the jokes, you can rap baba in church without drawing stares. Yes, we still have our tribal differences, but basically everybody looks the same. The community wraps around you. Your neighbor knows about you and your children. People ask you, how are my children? You get invited for things going on in your community and you invite people. There's always people around you. That sense of belonging is powerful. But sense of belonging does not cancel some of the risks that most people are concerned about. In 2023 alone, nearly 4,000 people were kidnapped in Nigeria. And that's the official report. Could be way higher. Kidnapping is not random anymore. It's now an industry worth millions of dollars. When it comes to justice, Nigeria is ranked 120th out of 142 countries for rule of law. Canada, where I am, sits at the top 20. That gap alone explains why many fear coming back home. Because if you do not trust the courts to give you justice, if it's not the justice court on TV or VDM or Berekete family, you are not assured of justice. That's very concerning. And God save you if your opponent is a big man. Your own don't finish with that. So yes, home gives belonging, but sometimes at a cost you can't afford. And the resentments immigrants now face abroad is real. In 2023 alone, Canada welcomed almost 500,000 new permanent residents. That's almost double the pre-pandemic levels. Numbers like that fuel frustrations among the Canadians, and we see the ripple effects in our daily lives. I shared my own experience in the previous live video I did. Please check it out. I'll put it somewhere. Why do we still stay, and why are more of us coming despite the housing crisis, the healthcare delays, and the outright hostility. That live video I made, there were a lot of comments, some sensible comments. And one of the comments said, I have no business staying in a country where the indigenous people do not want me. Something along those lines. And I said 100% valid, because everybody has their reality and what they can take. Some people can't take it. Some people cannot take that hostility at all. But others are weighing their options. So why are some of us still staying behind despite the hostility? Why are people still holding on tight to this abroad dream? Have you liked this video yet? Don't forget to like. Thank you for watching. Apart from the other things we also talk about, there's freedom of speech abroad. I can criticize the Canadian government without the government coming to catch me. And yes, you see some people, they come and say, oh, go back to your country. You can't talk about our country like this, blah, blah, blah. That's all. That's where it ends. But the government will not come and look for me and catch me for criticizing the government. But in Nigeria, you cannot safely do that without DSS coming to knock. And yes, we still have some very brave Nigerians that are speaking truth to power every day to the government. Some of them have been harassed from time to time. Abroad, the rule of law actually works. Look at the security, the healthcare, and the education. In Nigeria, before you will open your eye and drive on the road at 2 a.m., you will know that you are a strong person. But abroad, people go to work, come back from work. If they have anywhere they want to be, they can drive at night. It's not like it's 100% safe. Incidents happen, but it's not like you will get in somewhere like Nigeria, driving 2 a.m. at night. Good luck. And for those who say, go home and build your country, let's be clear. Nigerians abroad sent home nearly $20 billion. That's what they be in remittances in 2023. And that's according to the World Bank. That money builds houses, starts business, pays school fees, and keeps families afloat. That too, my friend, is nation building. It may not look like marching on the streets or protesting or being on ground physically. And for some of us that lend our voices, we're still fighting for a better Nigeria, even though it's by proxy. True, many have gone back home and they are doing well. Like Amala Oluyole, Serah Donald podcast. Check her out. KG Giwa or Giwa KG. These guys are all doing well. And there are others that we don't even know that are doing well quietly. But the truth is, many more Nigerians in the diaspora want to come back home. Not necessarily to a perfect Nigeria, but at least one with more security than we have at the moment. Truth is, people are not chasing perfection. Nobody expects a perfect country. What we are really chasing is quality of life and opportunities. If abroad gives you that, you stay. If home gives you that, you stay back home. The debate is always about which side offers you enough of both. Whether abroad or back home, they are both made up of dreams and nightmares. Abroad, your nightmare might be a constant reminder that you don't belong here. But your dream is the working systems. And back home, the dream is the community. But the nightmare is insecurity and weak institutions. So now, the question we should be asking is, which nightmare can you live with and which dream matters most to you? So, is it time to stop chasing the abroad dream? For most people, the answer is no, not yet. And until home becomes safer, many Nigerians will keep chasing and choosing the abroad dream because the nightmare back home feels heavier. Still, the question remains, is it time to stop chasing the abroad dream and start finding real opportunities back home? The truth is, that question cannot be dismissed. We all know nowhere on God's green earth is perfect. Any country you choose, whether home or abroad, will have its flaws and its gifts. So at the end of the day, it comes down to choices. What are you willing to live with and what are you not? What about you? Which reality can you live with? Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one.